What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me today. We're going to be talking about the 2024 remake slash Broadway adaptation of the iconic film Mean Girls. I quite frankly love and adore that 2004 film. I think it's one of those movies that you just have to watch at least once. There are such iconic lines, and even the characters really have been iconic over the years. So, going into this musical, I quite frankly didn't really know that Mean Girls was turned into a musical, which I shouldn't have been that surprised, mostly because I knew that Bring It On was turned into a musical. Have not seen it, but I'm really quite intrigued to see what that movie is. And going into this adaptation of Mean Girls, I didn't really know what to expect because I'm not really all that familiar with the Broadway plays. So this was really quite something new for me, even though we had those iconic lines and iconic scenes in here as well. I thought this was a decent little remake slash reimagining. Really, this movie should have just been called Regina George and the Plastic, because Renee Rapp as our new Regina George, Avanika as our new Karen, and BB Woods as our new Gretchen were just absolutely delightful. Whenever they were on screen, I didn't want them to leave because it just felt like hell froze over. The first time that you see Renee Rapp as Regina George, she is just absolutely electric, and she was just absolutely delightful. She takes those characterisms and mannerisms that we had in the 2004 film without actually being a carbon copy of what Rachel McAdams was in that film, because she takes those characteristics and she makes it her own. She doesn't try to be that carbon copy, so that is something that I really appreciated. The new twist that they did with Karen in here, played by Alvanica, was just great. I thought they added a little bit more, but also they kind of dumbed her down a little bit, which kind of grinded on my gears a little bit because they just made her really, really dumb. But I still enjoyed her performance. And BB Woods as Gretchen, she takes those mannerisms that Lacey Chabert did in Mean Girls and it really makes it her own. I think what this movie did right when it came down to the characters was it wasn't trying to be Mean Girls from 2004. This was a new adaptation, bringing it into our new times. And I think they found some new and creative ways of really making it fresh and really unique without actually trying to do what they did with that 2004 film, even though it is a shot for shot remake of that film, because you still have the same lines, the same characters, the same things. Anything that will make the hardcore fans happy, you get it in here. I think that is the best of both worlds. You get the people that are fans of musicals, and then you get the fans of that original film. So I think blending those two in absolutely worked for me. I think Renee Rapp is going to be on the top of everybody's list. We have Angori Rice as our new Katie, and I thought she did decent enough without trying to be Lindsay Lohan. She put her own spin on it, and I really liked and appreciated that. Even though Renee Rapp really stole the spotlight from everybody, I thought Angori Rice was okay. I didn't feel like the chemistry really flowed through the film, but I really liked some of her musical numbers. I thought she held those on her own just perfectly fine. Some of the musical numbers I found a little bit catchy. Not a lot of them, but some of them I thought were catchy. I was bumping my head. I was able to get into them. The choreography for the film was great as well. Even if I was not vibing with a lot of the songs, even with songs that I was not vibing with, I was able to appreciate the choreography that was presented on screen. Our new Janice and Damien, played by Ali E. Carvalho and Jacquees Bivy. I do apologize if I butchered any names there. I thought they were decent enough, but really didn't blow me away. I thought they were fine for the material they were given. I was just not really into this new version of Damien and Janice. Their performances were fine, just not really something that was going to be sticking with me as well. And when it came down to Tina Fey and Tim Meadows, they don't miss a beat when it comes down to them playing Miss Norberry and Mr. Duval respectively. I think they slip into those shoes just fine, and it doesn't feel like they even missed a beat because they are the same characters and they feel like the same characters doing the same thing they did back in 2004. So on those aspects, if you're a big fan, then they're going to be the highlights for you too. I appreciate that they did something new and unique with this movie. There are things that worked for me, other things that I kind of wish they did a little bit different, but really the movie was just stolen by Renee Rapp because she was just really the highlight of this movie. She just absolutely came in and just absolutely killed it as Regina George. So really what they do with this movie was fine. It's not one of those movies that I'm going to rewatch multiple times like I did with In the Heights, but it's decent enough. It's a harmless little musical that if you're a fan of the 2004 film and you're a fan of musicals, I think you're going to come out pleasantly surprised. You're going to have a lot of fun with this movie, but if you're not a fan of both of them, I have no idea why you even went to go see this movie. But those are my thoughts on Mean Girls 2024. Have you guys seen it? Did you like it? Or did you just avoid it at all costs? Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys soon.